it is the day that God has allowed us to be alive and to be living. So if you are alive today and you are tuned in and listening to Agape FM, please shout out, go and like and share our page on Facebook. We are Agape FM on Facebook. You can also send us a text on our WhatsApp number, that is 067 9944 546. 067 9944 546. This is Midday Talk with Luzuko here on Agape FM, and what we usually do, or our culture, is to invite people to come and tell us their stories, because we want to relate, we want to be inspired, we want to see that we are not alone in this journey. There's someone else who is in the same journey as yourself. Maybe you're discouraged along the way, but these conversations are to say that, look, get up and dust yourself and run forward. And today is no different. We have our guests here in studio with us this afternoon. If you have any question for them, or you have a comment, you know them from your hometown, and you want to give a shout out to them, do send a text on this number, 067 9944 546. 067 9944 546. If you're outside of South Africa, the number will be then +2 767 9944 546. Let us go to a quick ad break to pay the bills, and then when we come back, we'll get straight to the conversation. Do not forget to go and like and share our page on Facebook. This afternoon, I'm joined by young entrepreneurs here from the city of Port Elizabeth, Sthabiso Mbatha and Mthokozisi Njapha. They are from Rent a Fridge SA, which is a subsidiary of Kobiso Kapital, a business that started in 2018 by two young, energetic, and dynamic entrepreneurs. As I mentioned before, that it's Nkululeko, Sthabiso Mbatha, and Minenhle Mthokozisi and Njapha. Then student entrepreneurs of Nelson Mandela University, which is Rent a Fridge SA, that leases out fridge units to mainly the student population within the Nelson Mandela Metro, and looking to expand its product range and reach as well. Welcome on Agape FM, put Sthabiso and Minenhle.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
How are you guys? And also, I was curious in finding out, do I need to have two names in order for me to qualify to be...
No, it's strictly a two-name family. So
Yeah.
for you to be included.
I saw that as well. I was like, I need to be Luzuko,
Somewhere there.
Yes, in order for it. When you started the business, was it the leg? Did you struggle, not having a fridge for the longest time? And you were like, hey, bruh, my food gets spoiled all the time. We need this thing. Was it a lack of it, or it was just a business idea that came?
It was the lack of not having a fridge as a student. I think that's how even the idea came to be. I noticed the problem first with myself, because I needed a fridge and I didn't have one. And not only that, but I couldn't necessarily afford one at the time, because student budget, I cannot just cough up 1,007.
And also, if you buy it, where are you going to keep it? Because end of the year, you're going home.
Exactly. So there are all those dynamics that are involved in having a fridge. So I then thought of a way that I could have a fridge, but not necessarily for the whole year, and it's not mine. So I then, I could rent one out, but who does that? So I started looking for people who are doing that, and then I found, no one is doing it. Is there anyone that is experiencing a similar problem that I'm experiencing? So then that's how Sthabiso as well got to be involved, because I was like, okay, cool. I have an idea. Now I need someone to help me. And then I approached him, discussed the idea, only to find out that he has done something like this before. He has thought of something like this before. It's just that he hasn't, rolled it out. So most probably he was just waiting for me to be like, let's go.
It's good that he did it before, because I wanted to find out, when he came with the idea, what was your reaction, immediate reaction, when he tells you, dude, I want to rent out fridge.
There's what you call misfortunes. Misfortunes are fortunes in disguise. So everything that you face as a problem, you solving that problem can be monetized, and it can be your bread for the future. And luckily, I think when I was in first year, there was a guy who was already doing similar to what you were doing, and he was like, bro, I want to leave this business with you. But I was like, I'm not here for that, bro. Like, I was covered. I wasn't struggling I had a bursary, so everything was sorted until problems came, failure came.
Food was getting
and
small, or someone is stealing your food because you're using the fridge that everyone else uses. So
the communal fridges.
Yeah. And also, when you were coming to Nelson Mandela University, did you come here knowing that I'm going to start a business one day? Or you were coming to know that, look, I'm going to the whatever field I'm doing. I don't know what you guys studied, but what was the mentality as you were coming to study?
Do you understand?
Well, the mentality, well, for me, I mean, straight out of grade 12, just looking for the next thing that I could do academically. So I had studied in the physics stream. So the next available opportunities for me was I was looking into engineering. So I got enrolled actually at Nelson Mandela University for a Bachelor of Engineering in Mechatronics.
Okay, wow, okay,
Yeah.
Those guys that don't sleep.
So so coming to university, I had no idea that I wasn't even planning on having a business. It wasn't in my mind.
Yeah. For you, Sthabiso?
For me, like, university came as an idea of being a businessman, but I didn't know what is like really a businessman until one day I asked myself, who started Checkers? Then Checkers happens to be a business that was run by Ackerman, and Ackerman happened to be a guy who did become accounting and was completing his articles with these accounting firm. I was like, so this is the profession. Then another thing it popped up, Chappies Bubblegum was also a business that was started by somebody who was doing become accounting. I was like, so maybe this is the profession that I should go and entertain after high school, because I really didn't have a clue as to what I was going to do. And then that's how I took the sheep of become accounting.
Yes.
But I was like, I want to be a CA until I become a business person now.
Yeah.
But the journey hijacked me too soon, and that's where I am now. Like, I'm into business and full-time business.
Yeah, you're consumed by it.
Yeah.
And also, I feel like the students that are coming out now, there's a certain light to that there are no jobs. Everyone must start doing something for themselves. If you go on campus, they're selling T-shirts, they're selling energy drinks, they're selling perfumes. Everyone is doing something for themselves, you know. And other people will say that, why then would you go and study at university if you're going to start business? Why are you wasting money? You see, there's a lot of conversation around that. That going to varsity is not necessarily a good idea. If you can get money, go and start business. But I want to ask from you then, because what is the advantage of going to varsity? No, even if you're going to start a business, you know at the back of your head that I'm going to start a business. But what advantage does it give you to go and study, be a student full-time, and sit down, listen to a lecturer there? What advantage does it sort of give you, or perspective that it gives you, if it does?
All right. To start, it widens your mental capacity. It widens your network reach. It gives you a better perspective of what is happening out there. Because you find that most of the people who went through the university route are the department heads of all of these companies. And in order for you to understand their thinking and the way they do things, you have to be familiar with that environment. As much as you are an individual who can drop out mentally from the schooling system and take a position of a business head, whereby you connect all of these departments mentally. Like, you see the accounting guy, you become friends with the accounting. See this law guy, you become friends, HR, BA students. So the element of being a discriminative guy runs away of you, like, because now you are focusing on a bigger perspective, whereas the normal students will only focus on their circle. They want to spend more time with accountants if they want to be accountants. So if you are looking into be a business person, enter university with an open mindset and try to see the business side of the university rather than being too occupied with what the university produces as a product.
Yeah.
It's like me when I saw Chappies Bubblegum. I wasn't fascinated about the Chappies bubble gum, but I was fascinated by the business. Why is this guys all over the place? Why are they in our screens? Like, what is this marketing strategy they are using? The did you knows, you see?
Yes.
Like, I tapped out of the consumer mentality into a learning and understanding point of view. So yeah, that's my take.
Before you give your answer, I also feel like there's a certain way of thinking that you sort of get when you go to Varsity.
Yeah.
I promise you, you
Yeah.
never feel like anyone is taking you. Let's say someone is staying at home, they are not doing anything. If you ask them to sweep the floor, they'll be like, "Who do you think I am?" Like, you know who I am. They feel, do you get it? But if someone goes and gets education, they don't feel any less of themselves because they know who they are. Do you get it? So their way of thinking, it's changed or it's challenged like that.
Yeah, that's true. I'll just add on to what he said, because I think that point is very important. Going to a varsity, in more ways than one, it broadens your horizon. So you get to see different things, you get to meet different people, you know, because that's what university affords you. You know, you're going to meet different people that speak different languages, that you do, different cultures, you know, you get to experience new things. So with that, going into varsity, of course, with an open mind, you get to see the difference in everything, you know, and then you get to then, okay, what is it that I want to do? I think what I would say is, do not necessarily go to varsity and, maybe this might be controversial, but stick to one thing that you said, I'm here to
for.
do this. Because you might get here and you find out that actually, this
is not I don't even
you know,
like this
I thought I wanted this, but then now that I'm here, no, maybe this is not for me.
Yeah.
So have that at the back of your hand. So be open-minded when you get to varsity, if you're not in varsity already. Yeah.
And as a people also, we transform, we change constantly. There's a change of interest, there's a change of whatever curiosity.
Yes.
You want to know more and things like that. Kobiso Kapital started here in Port Elizabeth.
Yes.
And both of you were from
Lady
Smith,
Yeah.
which is in KwaZulu-Natal, and you are from Newcastle,
Yes.
which is also in KwaZulu-Natal.
Yeah.
Do you maybe think that in the next 2 or 3 years that what is it called, Harvard College needs fridges that side? Are you thinking of going that side also with the same business, maybe?
Yeah. So I mean, why not? Why not? If the opportunity allows, I mean, we'll go. That's what we're thinking about the business. I mean, it's a service, you know, and it has so many different uses now that we've actually started, and we see that, oh, there's actually quite different things that we can do within the space of leasing out fridges. So yeah, there's a lot of room for improvement and growth.
Awesome.
Yeah.
This is for both of you also. Who are you watching here in South Africa who's in business and they're doing the thing and you're like, okay, that's someone to look out for here in South Africa?
It's a tough call, nah? Because out of individuals, we draw different characters.
Yeah.
And luckily, if our parents are our role models, are they where we want them to be? Well, that's the thing. So we add from what made us here, because history makes us, but the future, in a way, governs us. To me, I have...
Wait. You can't just throw a bomb and pass and run.
And just move.
And just move just like that. As if
bombs.
you didn't say anything. What did you say? You said history?
brought us here. Yeah, but
and the future
is like the anchor that is actually directing us to where we're going. Yeah, and we can see somebody today like Vusi Tembewai, but today he is at his lowest level. Do you understand that? Today, if I see Vusi, he's at his lowest level, but the highest level he will ever be today.
Okay.
But tomorrow he's this new improved person. Like everyone is growing, and sometimes you might even outgrow your mentors, your role models. So my best advice is that just pick and point where you can, because this is a Western thing that we are doing, business, and we tend to really source from the Western side of of the business world, and,
Yes.
and China being dominant now, we also source from there. So
From them
it's,
as well.
it's a combination of a lot of things.
You agree as well?
Yeah, you find inspiration in different ways, you know, in
Mm.
different people, different things, you know. So yeah, I wouldn't say I have a specific person that I look up to in the business world, but rather it's a few people that you kind of follow, or you look at their business processes and how they've started their business. You research more about them, you know, the kind of experiences that they've gone through, and so it's not just one person, you know. Yeah, and it's not just a specific industry, just
Awesome. When you do businesses also, if you are partnering with someone, you're gonna fight. You will disagree. You will want to kill each other because you rented out a fridge, and I told you very well that you are not supposed to give it out, and you went on and continued to, or maybe you gave it at a bargain, cheaper price, and you told me later. And how do you make sure that you make it work, even with the disagreements and arguments and things like that? How do you make it work? From 2018, now it's 2020, and it's still moving forward.
Yeah, I think one of the most important things that we have learned, and we have come to accept this. We are gonna argue.
Yeah.
It
given.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what we're talking about, whether we're talking about business or whatever. But there will be some sort of an argument that's going to happen, because we are exchanging views. We are not the same person. So we need to understand that we are not the same. We don't have the same experiences. We see the world differently.
Different as what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the differences are bound to be there.
Yeah.
So I think the most important thing is to understand that is going to happen,
Yeah.
and understand what it is that you are doing. So yes, let's share ideas, and then let's see now, okay, with this, whatever discussion we're having, what's the common ground? What is it that we are taking out of this? You know, if we are solving a problem in the business, you know, he might come with his view that we need to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, the other way.
Let's go back.
So we need to go that way. Then the thing starts, the quarrels to say, why are you saying this way? Why am I saying that way? Okay, let's
meet.
Let's find out where do we go. Yeah.
Awesome. It's like you wanted to add something.
Yeah, just to add on, when we decided to build a business, we are not creating a cult of some sort, you see. So nobody must bow
To anyone.
to anyone.
Exactly.
The moment everybody understands that the environment is allowing for contribution, there will be growth.
Yeah.
Because he is younger than me, like 4 years younger than me.
Oh wow.
And if I don't become maybe the bigger person when it comes to arguments, the future of the business is dead. And he must also understand that he is also in a position of becoming a bigger person, where he sees, like, I'm being emotional now. Like, he has to be a bigger person too, as much as maybe the age difference might be
a thing.
yeah. And I'm like, bro, like, let's put away the age, let's put away the color, let's put away
These
the origin.
things.
This is the idea. Let's talk about this. So yeah, I think what you've mastered is just opening up the table for engagements, and he has to convince me why this, I have to convince him why this, and
that decision must be made.
yeah, like, it always happens that you'll find that the emotions are growing, and you're like, then I start laughing at him. I'm like, so now you're becoming emotional.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's catching. And you must understand that this is a business.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, and this business is not about you, remember. This business is about the client that you are trying to
It's
serve.
beyond you two guys.
Yeah.
It's beyond us.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's exactly what is keeping us, like, grounded and futuristic. Yeah.
Also, I came across something you wrote in one of your social platforms. You said that stay longer. Credibility is built over time.
Yeah.
When did you learn that?
I learned that in my first business. But it has been consistent in a lot of things that I've been studying. The likes of Black Diamond. Do you know Black Diamond, the musician?
Yes.
Yeah, those guys come from my neighborhood. And I'm like, but these guys were doing this so consistently for the longest of time, even though when they were signed by ambitious, people even started to doubt them. But me coming from where they come from, like I know their potential.
DJ 21st birthday.
Yes, they just had to stay longer because the credibility will be surely gained. It's like Agape. If Agape were to give up now, what about the future? Like,
That's so true.
Just try to stay longer until the people starts singing along. If you're making music.
Music, yes.
So yeah, like that's where it comes from. I was at a point of building something, but it's in my head, and I cannot put everyone in my head. I just have to keep on doing this thing, repeat certain words, keep them catchy, keep them like understandable, so that people can relate more.
Yeah.
And as the journey goes, they start learning. Oh, this is what
they are trying to do.
Yeah.
That's what I learned. I did something recently, and I was trying to explain it to people that are important in my life, and it did not make sense. It was like, what are you trying to do? Are you crazy? Things like that. And it happened. And then after, they were like, this is what you were trying to do all along.
We get it. Yeah.
Now we get it. And also, it's something that is, I want you, if you agree to tell me, it's something that is also vital in business. Not everyone has to understand your vision.
Yeah.
Because if you're trying to make everyone understand, you will not do it. You will not start.
It's going to be impossible for you to do that, because you must understand that your thoughts are yours. Like I can't hear what's happening in your head. Like, can I see it? I can't. So it's yours. And sometimes when you try to relay an idea, to someone, it just, what are you talking about? I will use the example. I use Sthabiso a lot to bounce off ideas.
Yes.
Like if I have an idea that I have now, I'm like, okay, I need to share this with someone so that I can get a different perspective.
Yes.
So I bounce off ideas to him a lot. So one of the things I noted, and I'm trying to work on it, was the delivery. So when I would tell him an idea, I could see it in his face that he's not getting it. Like, so now I need to go back and then
try to figure how to present
and try and restructure it.
Yeah.
So, but what that does is it gives me the opportunity as well to reflect on the idea and say, maybe it actually doesn't make sense, or it does. I just can't figure out how to voice it out.
Yeah. You just need plating of this meal. You cook the meal, but figure out plating so that it's appealing.
How do you present? Exactly. So how do you present the whole meal? Yeah.
Also, I'm not sure when you won it, but Vodacom and Reno Connecting Youth Roadshow Competition first prize winners. When did this take place?
31st of August last year. Is it August?
Yeah.
August.
How did you
September.
guys?
It was September.
Hey, Chief, I don't understand.
How did it come about, and how did you end up being first prize winners? What did you have to do in order for you to win this competition?
There was a lot of failing that took place before that success. And
I love that. I love that. Sorry to cut you.
All right.
The failing part. Everyone who wants to start business is terrified about failure, which is also important.
And I would like Mtho maybe to give us that story, because he was the one who actually brought the prize home.
Okay.
Throughout that, how long was it? A 2-month period?
It was going down there. So what happened was,
You can start it from the Cape Town thing, so because it led to the
Cape Town.
Doesn't remember Cape Town.
Ooh, I remember Cape Town.
Okay.
No, and what happens in Cape Town stays in Cape Town. So we went to Cape Town. We were invited for an internet summit by Mbizo. I think it was hosted by Mbizo Events. We were invited there to share our innovative idea on still around fridges. So we see that yes, the fridge is there, the concept is there already, but how do we improve this already existing thing? How do we make it more technological? How do we make it more IoT friendly? The Internet of Things now that we're moving into that. So we got invited to present that idea, and we didn't win that prize, of course. But what it did was it gave us perspective. Also, it gave us feedback on our already existing business model, because we went there already leasing out fridges. The fridge idea, or to build one, it's something that we are still going to do, but it was something that we I think maybe we were a bit premature into it. We're like, no, what if we did it now? Like, let's just do it. So we got feedback as well from the Internet Summit on where to focus. So yes, the fridge idea is good, but your business model is good. Build it. So focus more on that. So we got that experience as well. So we lost that prize. It was at 100K.
Oh, no.
Gone.
Okay.
But it's fine.
It's coming back.
It's coming back.
Has to come back.
So Cape Town happens, then we come back. Now that I think a week later, I had just freelancing, doing a few jobs here and there. I had to go to Kuruman. I don't know if you know Kuruman.
Yeah, I've heard of Kuruman.
Kuruman is like, I think, what is it? Northern Cape.
Yes.
Like somewhere there. And it's dry. Wow. But I hadn't been to Kuruman before, so I went there. I went to Kuruman, and then on my way back, my way back to Kuruman was hectic. I missed my bus coming back. Reason being, on my way back, I think in the vehicle that we were traveling in, we were going at most probably 120, 140. Because he was actually rushing to get me to Bloemfontein. Yeah, so that I can catch my bus and come back to PE. So in that speed, I don't know, we were at 120 kilometers per hour, tire bursts. Luckily, the driver was a little bit experienced, so he kept driving straight and the car didn't sway. Just to cut the long story, we couldn't get help because we were in the middle of nowhere. So we just had to keep driving with that tire. So it was just, we were traveling at 20 kilometers per hour, just moving because we had to. So I had already just told myself that it's fine, I've missed the bus.
It's okay.
It's okay. I'll just catch another one.
Yes.
So we got to Bloemfontein, and then I had to sleep over, and then the following afternoon, actually, I got the bus. So came back to PE, got there in the morning. Got here around 7 a.m. Then when I got here, Sthabiso was like, hey, bruh, there's something that we need to do. There's a show, a competition on campus. Njapha, I haven't even
just out
slept
about the bus that you missed.
I just arrived. So he's like, hey, Baba, just take a nap or something. You're gonna find me on campus.
Sure.
So I'm like, yo, this guy doesn't understand. Like, I've been through the most. This guy doesn't understand. But I took the nap, and then I got up, freshened up, and went to campus to see what he was talking about.
What is happening? Yes.
Because he didn't necessarily tell me what was going on. He just said there's an event. I'll send you a link on WhatsApp. Make sure you fill it in. I'll send you the link. And he left. So got up, WhatsApp, freshened up, and then I went my way to campus. Making my way to campus, I get there. Okay, it's the Vodacom Connected Youth Roadshow. They introduce the speakers, blah 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 blah, and then I'm like, oh, okay, so this is what's happening. Then boom, it's a competition. Oh snap! Okay.
We have to win here.
We have to present and all. I'm like, okay, I'm tired. Just woke up now.
No.
It was hectic the past few days, but I'm here now. So got there, my turn to presented, and
he's not presenting, you're presenting.
I'm presenting.
Oh wow.
He just left me like that. But it's all good, man. We presented and luckily we got the prize. Our business model actually was convincing enough. So remember what happened in Cape Town? Your business model. Focus on that. So yes, made those tweaks, and then we focused more on the business model, and then we used the business model to win that prize. Yeah.
Last more question: how can young people win in this business thing? Because there's a thing of we want it and we want it now. I even saw I saw recently, because was this Minister of Higher Education?
Yeah.
He told us what's going to happen, and then Sasco wrote a statement that, okay, we get what you're saying, but we want the money now. So even in business, people want things to happen now.
Yeah.
But if you could give advice, you guys, to other young people that want to start business, what's the thing that they should look out for, or what can they do to make it in the business sphere?
Advice to myself, advice to the youth,
Yes.
advice to anyone who's trying to do business, man. Just understand that this is a long run game, and immediately when you start looking for shortcuts, understand that you'll be the shortcut to someone's success. The moment you start looking for shortcuts, there are too many tricksters.
Yeah.
And they know that people are gullible and people want success now. For you to be on the safe side, man, understand the long term of your business. And they can say business is not for everyone, but if you can spend your 100 Rand buying different things, you can also make money from different things. And just understand that it's a long run, man. Like, just understand that. And politicians are of a very unique profession.
Yes.
It's short term, eat now. Yeah,
Ten
quick.
years.
And when it comes to business, it's a total different ball game. Just understand that and learn from the guys who've done it before. We are not the first ones, and we are not the only ones. It's just that we need to decode a few things, because in Africa, making umqombothi is seen as a cultural practice, but in the Western culture, it's SAB. It's a big business.
That's true.
Ukufihla abantu isingcwabo, that process of digging, to us it's dignity, yabo. But ngapha the funeral parlors are making money. There's a lot of decoding that has to happen. So be uncomfortable in shifting some things into businesses, because at the end of the day, you need to feed yourself. And if you are providing a service that somebody values to a point of paying, respect that business. Hence, we have our brand, Guided Hustle. It's a hustle. You can deny it, but it's a hustle.
It is.
Just guide it in a way that you execute greatness to it. So yeah, like those are my 5 cents.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
What I would rather tell myself and everyone else who's listening is stay curious. You know, there's a saying that says curiosity killed the cat. You know, but you're not a cat.
You want to be a business owner.
You're not a cat. So you must understand that and remain curious. Find out more information about what it is that you're trying to do. It's good to have a business idea, yes, but is there a market there? You know, there's something that I read that said, yes, it is good to identify a gap in the market, but now what you need to do is identify whether there is a market within that gap.
Okay.
You know,
Yes.
you've identified the gap.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Is
Now,
the market
are there people in there? Are you going to make money
out of it?
out of it? So remain curious and and make sure you look at what the government is offering the youth. I think that's one of the biggest things I would encourage a lot of
There are
young
channels
people.
to help out.
There are channels. The government is pumping a lot of money into entrepreneurship. Just be curious. Go and find out what it is that the government can do for you, so that they can help you. They might not give you physical cash, but they're gonna help you grow.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
go find out what's the NYDA, CEDA, business incubators that are around you as well. They have a lot of connections. So get in touch with your business incubators. There's one that I'm currently a part of. That is Propeller Business Incubator. Get in touch with them. Get in touch with incubators around you. Make sure that you are well vested in business in general, and you know what the channels and people that you can talk to in order for you to grow. You know, because it's not what you do a lot that makes you the person you are, but it's who you know. We can't
You can't deny that. Wansimani, who do you know?
Exactly.
In order for you to make it. Kobiso Kapital, how can people find out about you if they want? There's a student that wants to rent. How can we get all the information that we need?
So we are available on Instagram. It's at Rent a Fridge. Yes, because I changed the username. It's at Rent a Fridge SA. We are available on Facebook as well at Rent a Fridge ZA. You can find us on WhatsApp as well as you can contact us. You can contact us on 081 210 5799, or you can use
233 68701.
Thank you.
And just type, man, Rent a Fridge. You are the only one.
We are not. Disclaimer, we are not the only one.
You will get them if you're looking for them. Yeah, otherwise, guys, thank you so much for your time. It's been an incredible midday talk session here on Agape FM.
Thank you so much for having us. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you also for tuning in and listening to me.